Hey there, Aries. So, welcome to your reading for the week of June 15th. And let's see. This week is pretty interesting, I think. Um, I think you have like a lot of. I think for some of you, you have like gossip problems at work or something like that. Nothing too negative. I think actually it's going to be a great week overall. Um, but and this may I think this has come up before for Aries about somebody like at work or in your business causing issues. It would be somebody who is if you're a female, it would be a female. If you're a male, it would also be a female. So I don't know why I didn't just say female. But it's usually you have one card that means it's usually the opposite sex. But still, even though that comes up, I think if you're a female and if you're having problems at work, it would be another female for sure causing those issues and things like that. And like I said, it could be work or at your business. And it would be a sex driven problem, not as in like actually having sex, but as in the issue would be around like being a woman. If you're a male and you own a business, it would be, somebody causing an issue or having an issue, around being a woman or something along those lines. I know that's kind of confusing and there's a lot to do with that. But I also think that a lot of these problems are in your head. I think you're probably actually a little bit worried about money this week, although there's a good deal of money there. But I think you're just thinking back to some older past times. And again, this might have come up for you in the past as well with me in my readings. And Yeah, so let's just jump right in here. So the first card we have is the Seven of Clubs. This card, it just indicates business success, but it also indicates what I was talking about there being an issue with somebody of the opposite sex. So if you're married, this could be even like a marital type of thing, and it's never anything. It's never anything major. It's never anything, crazy or anything like that. And it's usually, quite frankly, what these issues usually are it's like usually like a disagreement in work or at home, even like I said, with a spouse or something like that, where you want to make a decision that like they don't agree with, but then the decision is made, and by the end of the week, it's like they see that your decision was the right one. It's kind of like one of those situations. So, like I said about the whole opposite sex thing at work, it would even be like somebody saying that you're being sexist about something or something along those lines, and then they realize at the end of the week that you made the right decision. A lot of these issues are coming up right now. It's very interesting. You focus on the news and things like that. We have all these riots, race riots, a lot of feminist issues and things like that. And I think if you're in my channel, you're probably pretty spiritual, so you can see that, what really the crazy thing is we need both sides. We can't have just a non-feminist side or just a feminist side. We need both sides because that's what creates balance is both sides. I think what's creating the imbalance is the media right now. So, there's that. That's where all this imbalance is coming from, really. But we really, truly need two sides. Actually, if you want to get real crazy about it, there's actually a third place, where everybody can live happily and just not be jerks. But that's never going to happen. So, which is interesting again, because this card has a piece right here, and it's like also a card of feeling left out. This card is always a change. The other thing about this card is it's always something that you earned, you worked for. That's what 7 has a lot to do with. It's something that you this isn't something that just appears out of midair. This is success that you worked for. So it's very good success. Next, you have the Eight of Clubs, which is I think you're going to be feeling very psychic this week, very mental, very intuitive. I think you're going to see things, and I think, that's probably where this problem can arise right here. And like I said, it doesn't matter work or business. Could even be an issue at your home, like a home issue type of situation. But it's almost like you can see the right answer. So it's like you're being stubborn about it, but you should be because you're right. That's what this card also means. It means like that you are correct. But again, this card means that you're having some jealousy, gossipy type of backstabbing issues at work or at, or at your business, things like that. But this is a very mental card. It's a card of using your mind. It's a card of people who get this card are afraid of being, who are afraid of being like dominated, or afraid of being taken over by other people. They're afraid of people, forcing their own ideas onto them. So just know that. But this card, like I said, it does represent the power of your brain. It represents your brain, and it represents how you use it. Like if we turn this sideways, I always say 8 is the infinity symbol, which is an exchange of energy. So this is simply an exchange of energy in your brain and how you are using your brain this week. So make sure to use it, and really you're right this week. So just know that as well. Whatever you're feeling and any issue, you are really quite right. Next comes up the Queen of Diamonds, and I'm not getting this as a person or anything like that. I'm just getting this as an energy that is going to be in your life. This is another card that represents financial security, but it represents like you fighting for financial security. It represents that you have like you want to be in a place where you are very financially secure. You don't want to have to think about paying the bills. You don't even want to have to worry about it. You just want to be like, "Oh, there you go, pay the bills." Not worry about it. And that's also what this represents. Like I said, it represents something that you've worked for, that you have earned. And this is, really coming in strongly as you wanting that financial security, and wanting all those things that go along with it. And it's a card of, things that matter to you. It's a card of values. It represents the things that you value. And I think maybe this week you're feeling overall that you value your own freedom and being free and being able to do what you want when you want. That's kind of what you're feeling. And then finally, we have the Six of Diamonds. This is another card of values. It has to do with, you know, kind of like wanting things and doing what you want when you want. It has a lot to. This card is one of those cards that has several meanings. I mean, it means a lot of things to me personally, but. It's like planting seeds. You can see here, this is almost looks like 2 rows of seeds planting. So you're like planting your seeds, but it's also a card of having obligations and doing things that you need to do, and maybe not wanting to do them. No, I would say you would want to do these things. And it can be another mental card. When you think about planting seeds, it's like you have to usually, to plant seeds in the way that we plant seeds, like starting a business or getting a new job or something like that. We have to plant seeds by learning new things, learning how to do new things. Very mental week. Like I said, you have, these two clubs cards here, which both represent the brain. Clubs always represent the brain and learning and all those things that go along with it. So you might be having to learn something new as well this week for your job or for your business or something like that. It also feels, this just popped into my head as well. It feels like a very fast week. It's like one of those things that you're doing these things very rapidly, very quickly. You're just like boom, 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 blowing through stuff, which I think is going to be your edge this week as well. Is that if you can move very quickly in business, if you can move very quickly with this issue, just ignore it. Don't even listen to the person, like I said, because this card can represent somebody who's talking behind your back as well, or who's just jealous of you, or things like that. When people show up, like people cards, when they show up and they're not in your own sign and they show up as somebody else, sometimes it could be a jealousy type situation. And since you have a lot based around jealousy, I would say, you have somebody who's just jealous of you, who's going to challenge you. Don't even listen to him, because like I said, you are right this week. So thank you for watching this video. Have a great week.